this petition has been filed. Challenging the appointment of the respondent number 4 as scaleman in the office of the Assistant Director, Food and Civil Supplies, Mukukchung, Nagaland. for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 2 weeks.
I have judgment.
May I please, your lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, here I am mentioning on behalf of MD Afzal Ansari, your lordship. Lordship, pleadings have been completed, your lordship. The matter can come up after 2 weeks, your lordship, for hearing.
The counsel for the petitioner is very irregular.
Your lordship is an outstation counsel, your lordship.
So what? If he is an outstation lawyer, does not mean that he should go on seeking adjournment.
Lordship,
If he cannot handle the case, entrust it to somebody.
Lordship, if that be fixed, your lordship, for hearing. Next week, your lordship.
With cost.
Lordship. Lordship, concern have been taken, your lordship, from the opposite party, your lordship.
That is no ground.
Lordship.
Mr. Emsel makes a mention on behalf of Mr. So-and-so, the learned counsel for the petitioner, and seeks adjournment of the case for a week. Pleadings were completed, and therefore the matter is listed for admission hearing on within a week.
Lordship,
When? On 30,
30, your lordship.
on 35/2023. It is made clear that any adjournment shall be made subject to cost.
March, my lord. May I please, your lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, if I may be granted 2 weeks' time. Lordship, I need to file some more documents.
What documents?
Documents in the form of medical bills, lordship.
You're the counsel for the petitioner,
Yes, lordship.
Mr. So-and-so. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that he may be allowed 2 weeks' time to file additional affidavit, enclosing some relevant documents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 2 weeks.
Like, lordship. I please, your lordship. Lordship, I have recently received the affidavit in opposition, your lordship. The 2 weeks' time be given, your lordship, to file a reply. No objection.
Mr. So-and-so, I'm Solo, the learned counsel for the petitioner. Seeks for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly.
March.
Item 8, 36.
Please, your
Yes,
lordship. Your lordship, on behalf of K and Gami, your lordship, this matter may be listed after a week, your lordship.
Mr. Wati, what is the matter about?
The petitioner claiming for fault pay and allowances during the period when he was placed under suspension.
Oh, that police case.
Lordship, Lordship heard the matter last year.
Your submission is that it's honorable acquittal and therefore
Yes.
the petitioner is entitled to all the back wages.
Lordship. That is the only issue involved to be decided here in this petition, Lordship.
Okay, tell Mr. K. Angami to come prepared. We'll dispose on We'll sit on 30.
Lordship.
For 30, we have so many cases fixed. So what about 5th June?
Lordship.
5th June,
Lordship.
on the prayer of Mr. K. Angami, on the prayer of the learned government advocate, listed on 5/6/2023 for admission hearing. It is made clear that there shall be no further adjournment of the case.
Much
Please
obliged.
tell him to come prepared.
Yes, your lordship.
Item 9, WBC 25221.
Like this, your lordship, your lordship, I need 2 more weeks, your lordship, to file my reply.
MS so-and-so, the learned counsel for the petitioner. 6 for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly.
I pledge.
Item 10, WBC 26721.
May I please, your lordship,
Yes.
lordship, I'm for the state respondent, lordship. I'm yet to file my counter affidavit, lordship. So 2 weeks time may be given. lordship.
File it. This is
Lordship.
to 2021. Respondent 7. You are for respondent
Yes, your
7?
lordship.
What is the matter about, ma'am?
Lordship, this matter relates to election of BCM in Koyo village,
Election of VCM.
Lordship.
Mr. V. Jamomi, come to order dated 1/8/2022. Come to order dated 1/8/2022. Mr. V. Jamomi, learned government advocate appearing for the state respondents, submits that he has received instructions to file affidavit in opposition.
Lordship. Lordship is under preparation, lordship. 2 weeks time, lordship.
What is the date? August.
Lord.
1/8/2022.
Lordship. Lordship is our last chance, lordship. 2 weeks time.
We are imposing course on you, not the government.
Lord.
You have received instructions?
Lordship, since some of the documents is not eligible, lordship, because of that, lordship.
No,
I-
but that is not the ground.
Lord.
Since August 2022.
Lordship, I informed the the official, lordship, and they were supposed to send it, lordship.
No,
And-
this cannot be a ground.
Since some of the document is not eligible, lordship, at all. So I have to take the,
Mr. Sorry, by the order dated 1/8/2022. No, not by. In the order dated 1/8/2022. This court had observed that this court had recorded the submission of the learned government advocate to the effect that the learned government advocate has received the instructions to file affidavit in opposition. And therefore, 3 weeks' time was sought for to file the affidavit. Today, when the matter is listed, the learned, Mr. V. Jamomi, the learned government advocate, 6 for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition. Stop. This court finds that there is deliberate lapses on the part of the government advocate in filing the affidavit in opposition. Mr. V. Jumomi, is therefore impose a cost of rupees 3,000
Lordship,
for non-filing of the affidavit.
on the next examinable that I'll file.
The amount, the cost so deposited shall be paid to the High Court Bar Association, listed after 3 weeks. On which date it is made clear that if no affidavit is filed, the case shall proceed on the basis of materials available on record.
Congratulations.
Pay the cost.
Item 11, WPC 303-2021.
Please, your lordship.
Yes.
Yes, your lordship, I'm praying for retrospective regularization. Here, the petitioner was appointed as Warcharge Khalasi and has retired after serving for 35 years.
Yes, sir, for
35 years, your lordship, on fixed pay. Your lordship, even though it was
What?
fixed pay. Even though it was reflected in his appointment order as though scale of pay was to be paid to him, but however, his salary was on fixed pay, your lordship.
you have been sleeping over your right. Are you ready for hearing?
I'm ready, Your Lord.
Yes, your lordship.
Yes. Make yourself.
May I proceed, your lordship?
Yes.
Yes, your lordship.
Just give me the gist first.
Yes, your lordship, he was appointed as Warcharge Khalasi, and then he was released after serving 35 years. And thereafter, he has made a
Yes, sir,
representation, 35 years.
35 years.
Yes, your lordship, and thereafter, he has made a representation to the department to regularize his service. However, it was not considered, so the petitioner is before this honorable court. And your lordship, as per the RTI reply, as many as 380 Warcharge employees were granted scale of pay, your lordship, who were all junior to the petitioner. Also, as many as 195 Warcharge employees were regularized, your lordship, and all those employees were much junior to the petitioner, your lordship. However, the petitioner has been discriminated, your lordship. And your lordship is aware of the decision passed by this by the Honorable Supreme Court, your lordship, which says that the government cannot be.
That is the state of Gujarat.
Yes, your lordship. If I may be allowed to place before your lordship the decision passed by the Honorable Supreme Court.
This is.
Your lordship, may I read the order? It is unfortunate that the state continued to take the services of the respondent as an ad hoc for 30 years and thereafter now to contend that as the services rendered by the respondent are ad hoc and he is not entitled to pensionary benefit, the state cannot be permitted to take the benefit of its own wrong, to take the services continuously for 30 years and thereafter to contend that an employee who has rendered for 30 years continuous service shall not be eligible for pension is nothing but unreasonable. As a welfare state, the state as such ought not to have taken such a stand. In the present case, the High Court has not committed any error in directing the state to pay pensionary benefits to the respondent who has retired after rendering for more than 30 years of service.
There are also orders passed by the division bench of this court on the same subject matter. There are also orders passed by the Honorable Division Bench. Do you have a copy of those judgments?
No, your lordship.
Yes,
Your lordship, I have in my affidavit in reply, your lordship, I have annexed a copy.
you take me to your petition? Let us see.
Your Lordship, may kindly turn to
Take
page
me-
number,
First, take me to the appointment orders,
yes, page number 17,
page,
number 17.
this is not legible. Have you
Yes,
enclosed
Your
a typed
Lordship,
copy?
yes, I have enclosed a type
Okay.
copy. Yes, may I read it, Your Lordship?
Yes,
In the interest of public service, the following persons are hereby appointed as surcharge policy in the scale of pay of rupees 300 fixed per month under the establishment of SDO PHE with effect from the date of joining to this post. This appointment is purely temporary and liable to be terminated at any time without any further notice. Details shown below.
What
The
is it?
petition, yes, the petitioner's name is reflected in serial number 12.
okay.
And Your Lordship, the identity
Noted.
card is in page number 19.
Scale years and with effect from the date of joining. In the interest of public good, the following persons are hereby appointed as workers policy in the scale of pay. Pension on this determination is purely temporary and liable to be terminated at any time without any further notice. Yes,
Your Lordship, page number 19, if Your Lordship may kindly turn. This is the identity card issued by the Department of PHE.
yes,
And Your Lordship, page number 21 is the release order. May I read it, Your Lordship?
yes, please.
As per C order number so and so dated Kohima, the 22nd January 2019, the following were charged employees under Menlumi subdivision under PHE PEC division are hereby released on superannuation of 60 years of age on retirement of completion of 35 years of service as details shown below. The petitioner is in serial number 2.
When was this order issued? Which year?
24th May 2019. Page number 23, if Your Lordship may kindly turn to page number 23.
20.
Yes, page number 23, annexure 4A.
23.
Yes, Your Lordship.
RTI.
Yes, Your Lordship. The petitioner has through the present council filed RTI.
The list of employees who were appointed on work charge basis by your esteemed department and who were subsequently granted scale of pay. Clearly indicating the were granted scale of pay.
And Your Lordship, page number 24. This is the RTI with regard to those employees who were appointed, who were regularized.
What has scale of pay granted to the other employees? What has that got to do with you?
Your Lordship, my respectful submission is that I'm trying to show this honorable court that those employees who were much junior to the petitioner were given scale of pay, Your Lordship. However, the petitioner has been discriminated.
Okay, so.
And
who are the
page number
employees?
24. Page number 26 is the list of those employees who were given scale of pay.
And indicate who are juniors to you.
Yes, Your Lordship.
They
If
have
you,
retired, they have retired.
no, some of them has retired, but some of them are still in service, Your Lordship. If Your Lordship.
Some
may
of
kindly-
them have retired.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Just wait, list of work charge under PHED who were appointed on fixed pay and subsequently upgraded to scale pay.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay, this is the list showing
Yes, Your
their
Lordship.
upgradation to scale pay.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Now, what is the list showing that they were granted pensionary benefits?
Your Lordship, if Your Lordship may come to page number 41.
So who are, in page 26, who are the employees junior to you?
Your lordship, if your lordship may come,
Date of
I
birth,
will
date of
look at the
joining
table.
service.
date
When
of
did
joining
you
the
join,
service,
when did you join service?
1984.
1984.
Yes, your lordship.
Let's see.
My appointment order is on 23rd
Okay,
May 1984.
23rd May 1984. 88, 87, 80.
If your lordship look at the date of
Just wait,
joining the
just wait,
service,
just- So page 26 is the information furnished to you,
yes, your lordship.
to your RTI application.
Yes, your lordship. Page number 25 is the RTI reply. Starting from page number 25. Written by the additional chief engineer PIO.
Yes, please.
Yes, your lordship, if your lordship may kindly come to page number 40. This RTI replies with regard to those employees who were regularized.
Page 40.
Yes, your lordship. And the table starts from page number 41.
Who were appointed subsequently regularized. Okay. Yes, wait.
Your lordship,
Yes,
may,
wait, yes,
may-
wait,
may I
yes.
read-
Yes, wait, ma'am. Yes, yes.
may I please be allowed to place before your lordship the same RTI, your lordship, since the serial number is not visible in the petition which I have annexed. I have already highlighted those employees, your lordship, who were regularized without completing 30 years of service, your lordship.
Which had a serial?
Yes, your lordship, the serial number is not visible in the petition. So,
Oh, you have actually punched it.
yes, your lordship, this one, kindly allow me to place.
You give them also, you give them, you give the government also. You give the government also. That is very important. And ma'am, you are for?
I'm for respondent number 5, the Accountant General.
Okay. You have nothing much to do here.
Yes, Lordship.
Yes. Just wait.
Your Lordship, my humble apology. I have only 2 copies, Your Lordship.
You sent for state.
I have only 2 copies, so Your Lordship.
You always make it a point to bring 3, 4,
Yes, Your Lordship, I will remember that.
seeing the number of the respondents, see,
Yes, Your
because
Lordship.
you are duty bound to furnish them copies,
Yes, Your Lordship.
like you furnish copies to the court.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay.
If Your Lordship may kindly come to the table.
This is actually showing those employees who were regularized,
Yes, Your
who were
Lordship.
appointed after you.
Yes, Your Lordship. And then these employees have not completed 30 years, Your Lordship. And in fact, some of them were regularized the same day they were appointed, Your Lordship.
Oh, my God. Okay, let us see the number. Date of appointment 89, regularization 16. Date of appointment 86, regularization 16. Why have you marked this with this pink marker? Any significance?
Just for better reference, Your Lordship.
But all of this, they were appointed after you, but they
Yes.
were regularized.
Yes, Your Lordship.
A date of retirement. Date of retirement. 39. Date of retirement 16. Okay, date of regularization 21. You're also WC employee.
Yes, Your Lordship. 39 of them were regularized without completing 30 years of service. And 29 of them were have not completed 10 years of length of service.
Date of joining service.
And 8 of them were regularized the same day
Date
they
of
were appointed.
regularization. You give one copy to Miss Madam Lucy, because she is the one who has to explain this, not you. Yes, madam, please have a look. I will come to this.
Your Lordship,
I will come to this. You have a look. You sit and have a proper look. Something is horribly wrong. Yes, ma'am.
Your Lordship, I may
Yes.
also be allowed to replace the decision passed by this honorable court, the single bench, Your Lordship,
Yes.
in a similarly situated case.
There is also, I think, there is also a division bench judgment on this. Yes, ma'am. Which para?
My humble apology, Your Lordship. Unfortunately, I have only one copy.
Oh. Why, you are very selfish. You are bringing copy only for yourself. Yes, there are.
But Your
Make-
Lordship,
Make three copies. When did you retire, ma'am?
2019.
2019.
Yes, Your Lord.
And when was this case filed? 21.
17/11/2021.
Madam Lucy, if you read this,
Yes, Your Lordship.
there is clearly a hostile discrimination. If you read this,
Your Lordship.
you will have to explain this.
Yes, I'll send it to the department.
We are writing judgment, not sending.
No, I have to get a further instruction from the respondents.
You get instruction after my judgment is passed. No, we are not giving any time.
Your Lordship, I may be given some time to receive.
No,
instruction
madam,
from-
I am just giving you this copy to read it. Because actually there is nothing, there is actually no need to seek any instructions. When the record is very clear, this is
No.
your official record.
Since I have not received this
You are
from the
receiving now.
department,
So you say it, you're receiving now, you say.
so at least after 2 days, Your Lordship. So that I.
Okay, I will hear her and I'll keep it parted so that you don't escape. Okay, I will keep it parted so that next day you don't escape. Yes, ma'am, so
Yes, Your Lordship, page number 6, the operative portion is in page number 6, paragraph 7.
page number 6. Page number 6, okay. This is page 5, page 6, para 7.
Yes, Your Lordship. May I read it?
Just
Your
wait,
Lordship?
ma'am, just wait. Yes,
It is submitted by the learned counsel for the petitioner that the petitioner, when he retired, enjoyed only 3,450 per month as pay. It is difficult to imagine how he would have struggled all his life to look after his family members. After having led such a life, to let him go empty-handed cannot be reasonable. Slavery and forced labor are things of the past, but it appears that for some people, they will suffer from such practice. Therefore, in similar cases, that is WPC so-and-so, this court on 24/3/2022 had allowed the prayer of the persons who are similarly situated as to the petitioner and directed the state government to consider regularization of their services for pension and pensioner benefits. Taking into view the order passed in those 9 writ petitions, the order of the Honorable Supreme Court given above, this court is of the view that the case of the petitioner praying for regularization of his service so that he may enjoy pension and pensioner benefits is a legitimate prayer. In view of all that has been stated above, the writ petition is hereby disposed of with the direction that the respondents should regularize the petitioner's service within a period of 4 months from the date of receipt of a copy of this order so that he will at least enjoy pension and pensioner benefits after all those years of dedicated service rendered to the state.
Okay, ma'am.
Your Lordship, that is my humble submission, Your Lordship.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes, madam. Submit. What is your case?
Your Lordship, I need further instruction from.
You
the
need further
respondents.
instructions on this.
Yes.
What is your
Lordship.
ground? We'll give you time on this, 2 days' time.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes, but what is your ground?
The petitioner is not entitled.
Why? When you are giving
Your Lordship,
the entitlement to others, why the petitioner should not be entitled?
I've stated in my affidavit in opposition, paragraph, page 3, page 4
Just wait,
and 5. Yes, Your Lordship. Page 3, Your Lordship. Page 3, paragraph 5. Let A, paragraph 5A, page 3. That with regard to annexure A annexed in the petition, the deponent submits that the least are fixed employees who were given scale of pay as per administrative approval dated 23/7/2020. It may be mentioned herein that WPC 228K of 18, Sri Pohoto, and 46 others. The Honorable Court by order dated directed the respondents to consider the prayer of the petitioners to pay them at the scale pay within a period of 3 months. That the Honorable Court direction were forwarded to the government. Thereafter, the government through letter dated 23/7/2020 issue the administrative approval for upgradation of fixed pay to scale pay of work charge employees.
Yes, you are reading everything in support of the petitioner. Continue. Continue.
Your Lordship, page 4. I'm directed to refer to your letter so and so dated 5/5/2020 and to convey herein the administrative approval for upgradation of fixed pay labor to scale pay in respect of 31 employees who have completed 30 years or more on 1/7/2020. Further, the fixed pay employees who has retired on or before 1st January 2020 shall not have the right to claim scale of pay.
Why? Now tell me why. Tell me why this classification.
Your Lordship, the
Tell me why this classification.
reason has been explained here below.
You explain it to me. You explain it to me. Why this classification? Why regularize this, the fixed pay of some employees? Why say that this will be a cutoff date? And
Yes.
from this, you will, the fixed pay shall not be
Yes,
entitled to
Your
regularization. Why this classification? Why this classification?
For that reason, I need to seek for further explanation, Your Lordship, from the respondents.
Okay, carry on. Maybe let's.
Basing on the above government directive, all work charge employees who were on fixed and who have completed 30 years of service after 1st January 2020 were given scale of pay. In the present case, the petitioner was released from the service by order dated 25/2019 before the administrative approval, and since the direction has specifically mentioned that the fixed pay employees who has retired on or before 1st January 2020.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Once again, read. Basing on the above. Read that.
Basing on the above government directive,
Uh,
all work charge employees who were on fixed pay and who have completed 30 years of service after 1st January 2020 were given scale of pay. In the present case, the petitioner was released from service by order dated 22/5/2019 before the administrative approval.
what kind of justification is this, ma'am? What kind of justification? You are giving regularization to those who have completed service after 1/2/2020, but you are not giving regularization to a person who has completed service before 1st January 2020. What kind of? Just on the face, just by reading your this affidavit, it is discernible that you are discriminating. Okay, which paragraph you want to read more?
Your Lordship, I may be allowed to complete the paragraph which I'm reading now.
Yes, you will be given all the opportunity.
Based on the above government directive, all the workers employees who were on fixed pay and who have completed 30 years of service after 1st January 2020, we are given scale of pay. In the present case, the petitioner was released from service by order dated 2025-2019 before the administrative approval. And since the direction has specifically mentioned that the fixed pay employees who has retired on or before 1st January 2022 shall not have the right to claim scale of pay. As such, the petitioner could not be given scale of pay since the petitioner was already released from the service on attaining the age of supination.
This kind of decision was taken only during the era of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Very strange. Yes, you want to read some more?
Yes, next page.
Huh.
Page
Are
5.
you reading 5B?
Yes,
5B?
yes. Your Lordship. Page 5. 5.
5B is in page 4. 5B is in page 4.
Oh, yes. That we regard to annexure 5B annexed in the writ petition. The deponent respectfully submits that the mentioned annexure are lists of employees who were regularized as per OM dated 17/3/2015. It may be further stated that OM dated 23/7/2020 has specifically mentioned that all existing work charge and casual employees who were enjoy scale of pay and who have completed 30 years of continuous service are eligible for regularization of service. The present petitioner was on fixed pay till his retirement. Hence, his case would not cover by mentioned OM.
See, ma'am, you are regularizing the service of some employees, fixed pay employees, to enable him to get the benefits of the scheme 2015. But you are not regularizing the service of some fixed pay employees.
Yes, Your Lordship.
And that is how you are saying.
Yes.
That is why you are saying that he is not covered by the scheme. Whether such a submission is justified in law,
I
whether is
agree,
it
Your
justified?
Lordship. I agree, Your Lordship. I'll sought for further instruction and let the matter be listed after 2 days.
We'll hear you, we'll complete hearing you, we'll give you time, 2 days, only for getting instructions on the letter which she had furnished today. But as far as the case is concerned, we are completing your hearing. Come on, please. Which para you want to read?
Your Lordship, I would like to read paragraph 6 again.
Paragraph 6.
Yes, Your Lordship, page 5.
What is so important here? The more you go on reading more, the more illegalities I find. Read.
That with regard to the amendments made in paragraph 6 of the petition, the deponent respectfully admits to the extent borne by records. However, it is humbly submitted that the petitioner during these 35 years of service has never made any representation nor brought his grievance to the respondent. It may be further stated that the petitioner was released from service on 30/6/2019 and submitted his representation only on 28/7/2021. Further, no explanation nor reasons are stated by the petitioner for the delay. It is well-established principle of law that unreasonable delay and laches is incurable. Therefore, the present case is fit for dismissal as it is cover case with WA number 22K of 2013. The state of Nagaland and others where the Honorable Division Bench held that although there is no limitation prescribed for a petition under Article 226 in ordinance, delay in absence of any explanation whatsoever has to result in refusal of granting the relief sought for. That's all, Your Lordship.
You tell me now, what is Takatamjan's case? You have actually like written here, WA 22 so and so Takatamjan's case. You tell me what is Takatamjan's case on limitation. Takatamjan's case is a case on limitation. You tell me. Yes. You are actually taking the ground that there is delay. There is delay on the part of the petitioner in coming before this court. And you are actually citing a Takatamjan's case. Now, what is Takatamjan's case?
Delay in the sense, while he was serving in the department,
No, what is Takatamjan's case? You are mentioning, you are actually giving a citation. Takatamjan's case is one where it says that in writ petitions, though normally period of limitation does not apply, still then the limitations, the period of limitations apply, which is applied to suits, shall normally be applied to writ petitions unless the delay is satisfactorily explained. That is all. Yes, what more?
that's all, Your Lordship.
I think comparing to the illegalities the government has committed, you have made a lengthy submission.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes,
I will be allowed to reply to the contentions raised by the state government. Your Lordship.
no need to reply. The law is clear. To which letter you want to seek clarification?
I have today I have received from the petitioner, Your Lordship. See, the lease of the word charge employees, which you have submitted before Your Lordship, Your Lordship.
Yes, ma'am, anything?
No, Lordship, the office of the Accountant General has no role in regularization of service
Okay,
and also for
heard
sector
MS
benefits.
so and so, learned counsel for the petitioner. And MS Lucians, the learned senior government advocate for the state respondents, and MS so-and-so, the learned counsel for the respondent number
5.
5. Miss Lucy, stop. Miss Lucy, the learned senior government advocate, is allowed. Three days' time to seek necessary clarification on the letter dated nil March 2021, correct?
Yes, your lordship.
Dated nil March 2021. Written by the additional chief engineer and PIO. PhD, Nagaland, Kohima. Furnishing information under the RTI Act 205. Under the RTI Act 2005. Furnishing the list of WC employees under PhD Nagaland who were regularized. Listed on 35/2022, 2023. It is made clear that listed on 35/2023 as part heard. It is made clear that on the next deed, the matter shall be disposed with or without the instructions. Okay,
May you
Deeply
lordship,
obliged.
may you lordship, I may be given
a copy of this
the
order may be given to the learned senior government advocate in the course of the day.
Obliged, lordship.
Item 12, WBC 324/2021.
Please, your lordship.
Yes,
I'm appearing on behalf of my senior Mohd counsel for the petitioner. Lordship, kindly grant us 2 weeks' time to file our reply affidavit to the affidavit in opposition filed by the government.
Mr. So-and-so, the learned counsel for the petitioner. 6 for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents.
Deeply obliged, ma'am.
Item 13, WBC 7/2022.
May I please, your lordship.
Yes,
Lordship, I am appearing on behalf of my senior Mohd, your lordship, for respondent 1 into your lordship. Lordship, here the pleadings have already been completed, your lordship.
so what is your prayer?
Lordship, if a date be fixed, your lordship, for hearing, your lordship. Taken the consent from the petitioner, your lordship.
You are for the,
Respondent number 1 into your lordship. SBI, your lordship.
for the state,
No. SBI, your lordship.
SBI.
State Bank of India.
Oh, and who is for the petitioner?
Surya Das, your lordship. It's an outstation council, your lordship.
None appears for the petitioner. Listed after 2 weeks on a date to be fixed by the registrar.
Marshal.
Item 14, WBC 79/2022.
Yeah, please, your lordship.
Yes.
This matter may be listed on first, your lordship, on Thursday, your lordship, for admission hearing.
Thursday. Not on Thursday.
Lordship, it's a
What is the
pension,
matter about?
pension matter, lordship.
And what is your entitlement?
Lordship, the present petitioner is the mother of the deceased government employee. who expired in the year 2003 while serving as Memorial Grade 2,
2003.
2003.
Yes. He was serving as a regular government employee.
No, Lordship. He was appointed on a contract basis.
Okay.
On his KLP. Against a sanctioned post
Ah.
under the pensionable establishment.
And how long has he served?
7 years and 9 months.
Is he entitled 7 years?
Lordship, after the date of the petitioner's son, the respondent authorities regularized his service. And all the pension papers were
Just wait, what this is government employee was regularized in service.
after death, Lordship.
Posthumously.
Posthumous regularization.
Okay.
And according to Lordship, pension papers were forwarded to the Accountant General.
Uh-huh.
And after the pension papers were forwarded, there was no positive outcome from the AG.
Ah.
Therefore, the petitioner submitted a representation to the authorities. And the authorities again reminded the AG to settle the pension as early as possible. However, for more than 18 years,
18 years.
yes, the AG failed to do any positive steps for settlement of the pension. Therefore, the petitioner filed the instant petition. And after filing the present petition, Lordship, the AG filed counter affidavit.
Yes. And what
And
is
by
the-
filing the counter affidavit, the AG stand is, despite best effort, records are not traceable. So requested the authorities, that the department, to furnish the necessary pension papers to, so as to settle the pension. On contrary, Lordship, by filing the affidavit of opposition by the state respondents, stand is the regularization was not done by the government. It was by the director. Therefore, the petitioner is not entitled for fair pension of his deceased son. That is the establishment. I filed my reply and the pleadings are completed, Lordship. It is ready for hearing. Now the question is, Lordship, after regulation was done in the year 2003, and we are now,
Whether the government was notified. Whether the government was notified.
that I cannot say, Lordship.
No, in the regularization order, whether a copy of the order was sent to the government. Just.
No,
Copy to AG, Treasury, in the concerned block. Regularization was done in the year 2003. We are in 2023. Now, after 19 years, the government, by filing in the affidavit, are coming with the plea that regularization was not done in accordance with law.
Who has sent on the first occasion, earlier occasion, who has sent your pension papers to the AG?
The department, director, Lordship.
That's it. Yes. Call him. This is a little tricky.
Lordship, since the government advocate is taking time, let the matter be fixed on first for admission hearing. Otherwise, I'm ready to deal.
Are you ready on the point that the
Now, even assuming that there is the service of the petitioner's son was not regularized, Lordship, whether the petitioner, who is the mother of the deceased government employee, is entitled to family pension under the CC's pension role, Lordship, that is the issue to be decided.
no issue to be decided is whether the director is the competent authority to
Yes,
regularize
Lordship,
the service.
appointment was done by the director, regulation was by the director.
The appointment was by the,
Director,
whether
During-
that was
during-
against, whether that was
during
against
the
the
period
sanction
of time,
post.
Lordship, Director has the authority for appointment.
You come with all those, let's see. You come with all those,
Lordship,
whether it was the government who has created the post
against sanction post, Lordship.
against sanction post.
Lordship,
You come with all those, I think, what was the,
appointment is very clear, Lordship.
what was the rule then of the government of Nagaland?
Lordship.
Whether the director had the competency to appoint, this person? You come with that, all those, okay. Well, listed on, first,
Lordship.
I think we have too many places. What is first?
Thursday, Lordship.
Thursday, no. Listed on, 6. On the prayer of the learned government advocate, list the case on 6/6/2023 for admission hearing.
Oh,
Excuse me for 2 minutes.
WBC 903.
Yes, please.
Please, Lordship, we are here to receive the reply from government.
Reply from government.
Yes, from the government respondents.
Where is your
reply.
affidavit, Mr. Beto?
Oh, Lordship, there is some development, Lordship. We have not filed our affidavit, Lordship. There is some development and then we are waiting for that, Lordship.
What is the development?
Lordship, I'm told that DPC has already been, they have already constituted the DPC, and from the DPC, the private respondent that was under challenge has already been regularized, Lordship. So, Lordship, that is a development, Lordship.
So you bring it to the notice of the court?
Lordship.
So
So,
if that is.
so
the
that
case,
has,
new
I have been
consultation, So
copied,
you have to take steps accordingly.
Lordship, yes.
Lordship. Because of that, I could not file my
No.
affidavit.
You file your affidavit. Mr. Vij Momi, the learned government advocate, 6 for 3 weeks' time. You file affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly.
Lordship, I'm for the private respondent 5.
Mr. Senator appears for the private respondent. Yes,
WBC 110.
Lordship, here, I'm yet to receive instruction, Lordship.
this is item
Item 16.
16.
Your Lordship, let this be the last chance. Enough
Why?
time has been granted, Your Lordship, since October last year. They have been seeking time, Your Lordship. So let this be the last chance.
When have you filed the case?
15th of June, 2022.
Yes, how much time required?
Lordship, since I'm yet to receive instruction, Lordship,
The
I
learned
have-
government advocate 6 for 3 weeks' time. You file affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly. Yes,
Item 17, WBC 135.
Please, Lordship.
yes.
Lordship, we have received the counter affidavit filed by the government. Kindly grant us 3 weeks' time to file a reply.
Okay. Mr. So-and-so, the learned counsel for the petitioner, 6 for 3 weeks' time. To file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
What's your
Okay.
pleasure?
Item 18, WBC 128.
my place, Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, I'm for respondent number 2 and 4, Your Lordship.
Respondent number
2 and 4.
2 and 4.
Yes.
Yes.
Lordship, I have received the affidavit in reply filed by the petitioners, Your Lordship. However, there are some clarifications I need from the office.
From the office of the,
Respondent number 4, Your Lordship. So 2 weeks' time may be granted, Your Lordship.
okay, government has filed affidavit.
Yeah, no, Your Lordship, no,
Is it necessary?
no, Your Lordship.
No. I'm recording it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yes, Lordship. No objection.
Mr. Z Kulnu. The learned counsel representing the respondent number 2 and 4. 6 for 2 weeks' time to. 6 for 2 weeks' time. To obtain certain clarifications from the office of the respondent number 4. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks. MS S. Sapung Chang submits that it will not be necessary for the respondent number 1 and 3 to file the affidavit in opposition. Listed after 3 weeks.
Much obliged.
WBC 1.1.
What is the lordship?
Yes.
Your lordship, 1 week may be granted to me so that I will ask, just clarification I have sought. So 1 week, your lordship.
You have filed your affidavit, Libby.
That's why your lordship, while going through it in admitted position only, just one clarification. And I'll be getting that.
Livika, the learned government advocate, 6 for 2 weeks' time to seek certain clarifications from the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed up to 2 weeks. Okay.
Item 20, WBC 229.
May I please, lordship?
Yes,
Lordship, my affidavit is under preparation, so kindly premise in time, lordship.
okay.
Yes, Lord.
The learned government advocate, 6 for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly.
Obliged, lordship.
May I please, your lordship may kindly grant me 3 weeks time to file counter, your lordship.
Okay, MS. The learned government advocate, 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly.
Obliged, obliged.
Item 20, WBC 297.
Your lordship, affidavit is under preparation, so kindly grant me 2 weeks time.
Who is for the petitioner? Who is for the petitioner? None appears for the petitioner. MSAIME, 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Item 23 to 42. WBC 299.
Your lordship here, kindly grant 3 weeks time to file counter, your lordship.
Yes, Mr. Joshua, what is this?
My lord, this is with regard to the fixation of seniority.
Oh.
And lordship, we are also,
Which department? Which department?
the school education lordship.
School education.
Yes, lordship.
You are serving as?
Where part of the petitioners are serving as graduate teachers and some are primary teachers. We were regarded as but lordship, in some cases that I'm relying upon, my lord, has also appeared in the case where the batches which I'm representing, the petitioners, they were treated as government servants under RMS, though they were appointed under RMSA, they were appointed under the advertisement of the state in the post created by the state respondents, not by the union. So later on, some other categories of RMSA and SSA employees, they try to claim the same benefit, stating that they are also state employees. But lordship, in their advertisement, RMSA, SSA is clearly mentioned, whereas in our, it was a different case. My lord would have some idea.
Yours was an advertisement by the directorate.
By the state, yes, lordship, my lord. But lordship, when we were brought into the cadre, according to the state respondents, our seniority is to be counted from the date of the notification. So if that is the case, then we were never included as part of the state employees and our seniority of many years will be affected. That is why we're before this Honorable
So
Court.
you are claiming seniority from the date of your appointment.
Yes, lordship, we were regularly appointed under a regular selection process by fulfilling the constitutional provisions, lordship.
Yes.
Your
Miss
lordship, I need some
Inaholi.
time. Yes, I need some time to file counter, so 3 weeks may be granted, your lordship.
Okay, Mr. Joshua. Because I think without the counter of the government, it will be difficult to decide this case.
In fact, lordship, going by the entire documents, there is nothing to argue also on the part of the state respondents, but
They may have some hidden agenda which you.
lordship, if not, everything is on record, lordship. The judgments of this Honorable Court,
We give them some time at least.
My
We
lord,
give them some
lordship.
time. We give them 3 weeks' time. The learned government advocate, 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the respondents. Stop. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Much obliged, your lordship.
bless you, lordship. My lord, the interim earlier granted may be allowed to continue.
The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next returnable deposit.
Oblige, your lordship.
May I please, your lordship,
Yes.
on behalf of V. Jumami, your lordship, 3 weeks may be granted. Your lordship, he is not a court. He's yet to receive instruction.
Your lordship, I am paying for respondent 1 and 2, your lordship.
Who is respondent 1 and 2?
More than NHIDC, your lordship. More than NHIDC, your lordship. Your lordship, we have already filed.
Respondent 1 and 2.
Yes, your lordship. Union of India.
Yes,
your lordship.
yes, so much.
Your
of-
lordship, we have already filed our affidavit, your lordship. We have filed it yesterday, your lordship.
The respondent just wait, just
Not.
respondent 1 and 2, okay. So state 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Who is for the information commissioner? Has notice been issued?
Petitioner, your lordship.
Who is the petitioner? Oh. This is item
43, your lordship.
none appears for the petitioner. Mr. M. Solo appears for the respondent number 1 and 2. And MS Livika, Learned Government Advocate, appears for the respondent number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Stop. The respondent number 10 and 11 is also unrepresented. The Learned Government Advocate 644 3 weeks time to file affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Much obliged.
Item 44, WPC 38, 2023.
Yes,
Please, Lordship, I'm making mention on behalf of the council for the respondent number 5, Dr. A. Toti, Lordship.
Dr. A.
Toti. Lordship, we have to file our affidavit in
Let
opposition.
us see. We have 1, 2. Five.
Yes, Lordship.
This is a UPSC.
Yes, Lordship.
And who is for 1 to 4?
Your lordship, my senior, Mr. Younger, what is for
1 to 4.
1 to 4, yeah. Yes,
Okay,
we are yet to receive instruction.
okay. Yes, what is your prayer?
The prayer is to quash advertisement number 05/2023 published by the UPSC for direct recruitment. Lordship, item 44 and 45 are analogous matter. They're challenging the same advertisement.
Okay. Mr.
M. Vero, on behalf of the council for the respondent number 5, Dr. A.
Oh, you're
Sorry.
MS Senso?
Asikiri.
The learned counsel for the respondent number 1 to 4. And Mr. So-and-so, the learned counsel for the respondent number 5. 6 for 3 weeks' time to file their affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Obliged, my lord.
And same item with
45.
45.
Yes.
Same prayer.
Same. Okay. Same order, item 45.
Obliged, my lord.
Obliged, Lord.
Item 46. WPC for.
May I please, your lordship?
Yes.
Your lordship, here I'm yet to receive instructions. So kindly grant me some time, your lordship, 3 weeks' time.
Okay. MS Inauli, the learned government advocate, 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Much obliged.
Device is by admission. Item number 3, WPC 71.
This is our item.
My lord, I have a small prayer.
Yes, please.
I've got a headache, so I don't want to take up this matter. If this honorable court can take up this matter on next Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the matter about, Mr. Lima?
Petitioner is claiming for appointment on the basis of lien.
Appointment
On the basis of lien ownership.
Land ownership.
You are the landowner.
Yes,
You are the landowner.
yes.
And you are the encroacher.
Yes.
Yes, I will the opportunity.
You have availed the opportunity.
Yes.
What is your ground?
Lordship, my ground is initially I was appointed on ad hoc basis. After serving for.
In that post?
In that post. After serving for around 7 months. It is a regular vacancy. My appointment was converted to a temporary appointment. Now they are challenging that subsequent appointment, not initial appointment. In continuation of my earlier appointment, my appointment was converted to a temporary appointment.
And what is the stand of the government, Devi?
Your lordship, the stand of the government is that the land has been compensated as well as appointment has been availed, your lordship. The document itself is admitted, your lordship. So they don't have a ground, the petition has to be dismissed, your lordship.
When do you want it?
My lord, here the government is saying that they have compensated me, but in the letter it says it's very clear, it's very clear that this land has not been compensated. Non-payments written very clearly in the.
Non-payment.
Yes.
And you have been appointed also.
No, I have not been.
You have not been appointed.
Yes.
Okay.
Your lordship, I have a document.
It's all right.
From the record it's clear. They are appointed.
We will examine, but since you were actually not feeling very well, you tell us the date. When can we have it? You give a date.
No, my lord, Tuesday.
Okay. Tuesday is
30.
30. On the prayer of Mr. Illegal Zhao, the learned counsel for the petitioner listed on 30/5/2023 for this is
Admission
admission,
hearing.
yeah? For admission hearing.
Admission hearing.
Okay. Okay.
Obliged.
Orders, I think 47. WPC 181.
The last item, all this. Oh, my.
May I please, your lordship?
Yes.
Your lordship, I'm on behalf of my senior, Mr. Gauhati. He's indisposed. However, we have received our,
You have filed your affidavit, ma'am?
we have received our, the affidavit in opposition and we are yet to file our reply. So kindly give us 3 weeks.
Oh,
time.
you are the petitioner.
Yes,
You are the petitioner.
yes.
Ms. Inauli, you have filed?
Yes,
your
your
affidavit?
lordship. Yes,
Okay.
your lordship.
So you want to file your affidavit in reply?
Yes, yes.
MS so-and-so, the learned counsel for the petitioner submits that she may be allowed 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Much obliged.
Okay.